Hi everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome to another tutorial with me. In today's tutorial, we are going to be learning about arrays. Now, arrays are a way to store multiple values in one string. Let's say you had a list of items. You don't want to sit here and make a whole bunch of variables holding your items like ham. You don't want to sit there and do this all day. So that is where the array is the solution. Now over here, I have written the three different arrays that are used. So the first one is called indexed arrays. And indexed arrays are arrays with numeric index. So let's go ahead and show you an example of that. So to make an array, you have to have a variable equal to the array function. And then you will have your different values or strings that you want inside the parentheses. So I'm going to have Sam, Anna, Isaiah, and that's it. So, and we can store multiple values, as many values as we want. So that is how the index arrays look like. Now, let's say we want to print out a specific index from the array. Now, know that index starts with the number 0 and so on and so forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. So in this case, Sam is number 0, Anna is number 1, and Isaiah is number 2. That is how it works. So let's say I want to call a specific index. So I'm going to call Anna, and Anna is number 1. So save that. And let's go over to localhost /tut.php. And then we have Anna. Her index number is 1. So if we wanted to print out everything in there, we can just do it. There's two ways to do this. The first way is like this, dot, you just call the array function, the array variable. Then we have index1 dot, let's call the last one, which is not 1 but 0, and array 2. So let's save that, and there you go. We have Anna, Sam, and Isaiah. And then the second way to call all of them is by looping through the array. And to do this, first you must find the length of the array. And to find the length of the array, you will do a variable array equals to the function count. And inside the parentheses, you will have your array variable. And then you will do a for loop for this. And you will have a variable. I'll have a equals to 0. And then the variable a is less than the length of the array. And last but not least, a plus plus. Now all we have to do is just say echo. I'm going to say echo names dot the array variable name and the variable a. Now let's save that. And here we go. So we got name Sam, name Anna, and name Isaiah. So that is how the index array works. Now let's talk about the associative arrays. Now this array is with name keys. So let me show you that one. And erase this. It's not erasing. Erase. And then let's have fry. Fry equals to array. Now here's the difference. Now we're going to have a name, right? And we're going to assign it to a value. So to assign it, we just have this, the equal sign and the greater than sign. Then the value that's going to be assigned to the name Sally is the number 17. And then we will have another name, Dee, and that name is going to be assigned to the number 20. And you can add more if you want to. And then let's go ahead and echo I. And instead of calling the index like we did with the index arrays, you call it by name. So I'm going to call Sally, and it is going to tell me her age. So let me just have a little text here that says Sally is it's going to say Sally is 17. Now watch what happens here. And then it says on line 4 we have an unexpected. Right. Okay, so we missed the dot here. And let's go ahead and refresh. So now it says Sally is 17. How does it know Sally is 17? Because it called the number 17 by her name. And then we could do the same thing for Dee. So we have dot Dee is dot Dee. And save that. And it says Dee is 20. And that is how the associative array works. So it is assigned a key, and when we call the name, it basically brings out the key. So now let's say if we wanted to loop through this, so we will do the count function. So just call it C count, and I'll have my variable. And then for this, we are not going to use a for loop. We are going to use another loop that's called for each loop. Now, yeah, you're probably thinking, why didn't she teach about the for each loop when she was teaching about the different loops? Now, the reason for that is because the for each loop is only used for arrays. So that is why I wanted to teach it in this tutorial, since we are talking about arrays. So the for each loop goes like this: for each, and then you will have your array name, which is fry, as, and you will have, make up a variable, I'll call this G, and we'll have the key, and then last part will have G value. Then we will go ahead and echo. Let me just say something like your name dot the variable G dot age dot the variable G, and you'll say value. So let's go ahead and save this. And we have name Sally, age 17, name Dee Dee, age 20. So that is how you can loop with the associative array. Now the last array we want to learn about is called multidimensional arrays. And this array contains one or more arrays. So let me go ahead and show you what I am talking about. So we have, let's call this air equals to array. Now inside this array is going to be multiple arrays. So I'm just going to have two. You can make it as many arrays as you want to. So we have array, then in here I'm just going to have ham, cheese, and cake. Then I'm just going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to have orange, ginger, and tea, and we're going to have soda, coffee, chips, and over here we're going to have soup, and we're going to have apple, and we're going to have grape. So that is what the multidimensional array looks like. So it's inside of an array and it has multiple arrays. So to echo these arrays, you echo, you call the array name air, and you're going to have two index. So it's 0, 1. So this right here is 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. So I'm just going to call the first one for the first array. Then I'm just go ahead and call the second one for the second array. And that one is going to be 1, 1. Then I'm going to call the third one. That one is going to be 1, 2, 1. Well, that's the second one. I said the third one. My mistake. And then we have 0, 1, 2, and the third one, which is the last one. So dot air, and we're gonna have 1, 3, and 1. So let's go ahead and save it. And expecting. Okay, this is something I do all the time. I don't know why, but you're supposed to have a comma instead, and I'm always mixing it up with, okay, so you have the commas. So save that, and cheese, which is in the first array, and that's number 1. And then we have ginger, which is in the second array, and that's 1. Now, excuse me for saying for a second. So 0, row 0, array 1, and array 2, it called coffee. And then the last one, which is apple. So that is how the multidimensional array works. So it's basically inside the array, and then we have multiple arrays. You can have as many as you want, 1,000, 4,000, just exaggerating, but just to name a few, you can have a lot of arrays inside that one array. So that is how the different arrays are in PHP. So that's it for this tutorial. On the next tutorial, I will be teaching you about sorting arrays.